Hello students, in this video we're going to talk about subtracting integers, and the method that we're going to start with is called keep, change, change, and we're going to say this to ourselves a lot, so it's like a quote. Keep, change, change. Let me show you what I mean. So if I have -7 take away 8. So -7 minus +8. Okay. I'm going to, this is 1 item, 2 items, 3 items. Una cosa, una cosa, una cosa, una cosa. Uno, dos, tres. See? So, keep, change, change. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this one just how it is. I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to keep it exactly the same. I'm going to change this one. This is a minus, so I'm going to change it to a plus. And then I'm going to change this one. This is a positive, so I'm going to change it to a negative. And now I have -7 plus -8, and we know how to do those. You keep the sign, negative. I'm gonna have 7 negatives plus 8 more negatives. I'm just gonna get negative. And 7 plus 8 is 15. Right? Yeah, 15. Yeah, 15. Okay. Sometimes my brain goes dead. So, keep, change, change, and then all you have is an addition problem. Okay? So let's go with 3 minus 4. Keep, change, change. So I'm going to keep this exactly the same. I left off an E. I'm going to change this, and I'm going to change this. So I'm going to keep this as a 3. This is a minus, so I'm going to change it to a plus. And then this is positive, so I'm going to change it to negative. And so now I have +3 plus -4, and I could do an integer board real quick. And I could do 3 positives and 4 negatives. I could do my 0 pairs. And I have 1 negative left over, so the answer is -1. Or I could do different signs subtract, take the sign of the larger number, and then you'll be exact. So 4 is I have more of these, so I use a negative. This is a negative, so I use a negative. And 4 minus 3 is 1, so -1. Okay, so what we do is we start with a subtraction problem, and we change it into an addition problem. Keep, change, change. Okay, so I'm going to keep this exactly the same, change this to a plus, and change that sign. Okay, so I'm going to keep the 2 exactly how it is. I'm going to change this, so I'm going to make it a plus. And I'm going to change this. Now this is negative, so I need to make it a positive. So I'm going to go plus. And so the answer is just 2 plus 8 equals 10. 4 minus negative 3, keep, change, change. So keep this the same, change that, and change that. Keep this as a 4, change this to a plus, and change this sign. So this is negative, it becomes positive, and 4 plus 3 is 7. Negative 10, subtract 5, keep, change, change. Keep this exactly the same, change the minus to a plus, and change the sign of the next number. So keep this the same, change the minus to a plus, change the sign of the next number. This is positive, so I'm going to change it to a negative. And now we have negative 10 plus negative 5, and we know how to do those. We get negative 15. Same sign, add and keep. Okay, I have 10 negatives. And then I just have 5 more negatives, and I get 15 negatives all together. Okay. How about negative 8 minus negative 11? Now I'm going to use parentheses here to keep this sign and this sign from getting confused. Okay, so I'm going to keep, change, change. So I'm going to keep this exactly the same. I'm going to change this, and I'm going to change this. So keep the negative 8 how it is, change the sign, the minus to a plus, and change the sign. This is negative 11, so I'm going to make it positive 11. And I'm going to get different signs subtract, take the sign of the larger number. So I have more positives. I have 11 positives and only 8 negatives. So the answer is going to be positive. And I can subtract. 11 minus 8 is 3. Okay. And I don't need that positive. It's just 3. But I can also do an integer board. Okay. So I've got 8 negatives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 11 positives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Have you guys notice how I line them up, 8 and 8, because I know I'm going to make 0 pairs? I'm just going to cross these out this time because it's pretty small, and I think my circles would get mixed up. And I'm left with 3 positives. Okay. Let's do, what's one we haven't done? We haven't done enough negatives out front. So what, and that's a negative, minus a negative, negative, minus a positive. With it. Positive is smaller. Okay. Here we go. Let's do a negative 5 minus 15. Okay. Keep, change, change. Keep this, change this, change this. So keep -5 exactly the same. Change the minus to a plus. And change the sign of the next number. So this is positive. I'm going to make it negative. Okay? And now I've got 5 plus, I've got -5 plus -15. So 15 plus 5, I'm going to get more negative. Same sign, add and keep. So I'm going to get 20, and it's negative, so -20. Okay. Okay, last one. Say it with me, guys. Let's do 4 minus -1. So ready? We're going to keep, change, keep, change. So I'm going to keep this 4 exactly how it is. I'm going to change the minus to a plus. And I'm going to change the sign of the next number. So I have a -1, so I'm going to make it a +1. And so I have 4 plus 1 equals 5. Okay, kids. Practice, 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 practice. Do it. Keep, change, keep, change, keep, change, keep, change, and you'll get it. And later I'll show you why, but not yet. First I want you to do this, and then I'll show you why. Good job, and thank you. Gracias and shukran.